yourself out to some of my disaster.
Hey folks, welcome back. I'm trying to stack up these videos while I have the luxury of electricity and Wi-Fi. So figured I'd just talk about some things, future plans. I try to record these videos and load them up and release them every 2 days for as much as I have created content for. And I think so far this goes up to the 14th, I think, so this video should premiere on the 16th. And I don't know what I'll do after that, and the reason is because I was grateful enough to be able to stay here and ride out some storms. And because after this I am heading to a bay. I'll be on a bay. There's one in particular. I haven't been far down Lake Barkley. It's an incredibly long lake. I think it's like 50 or 70 miles or something, just long on this side, which is the right hand side of the land between the lakes. So it's a very, very long lake, and I've only been just a little ways. But I did find a bay that I was pretty comfortable anchoring at. So I'm leaving here, the marina, Green Turtle Bay, which is an awesome marina. I'll be leaving here in the morning. I've filled up the water tanks. I got as much groceries as I could, and basically I'll be living on the anchor. I don't know for how long. Like I say, if I can last till the first, then I can either come back up here, which is a really nice marina, or I could try to go a little further down where I think they do have cheaper gas, and see how much gas I can put in the tanks. I was able to put some, but I don't quite trust my gauge, because the amount of gas I was able to put in tells me, well, because it reads on the half, I must have been incredibly close to empty. It's not a big deal. I made it. So, but I have been able to put enough in, and it should be fine. The biggest concern of mine is that throughout the week there's primarily, I think, it depends on which weather channel or station you listen to, but either Friday and Saturday or Sunday and Monday look like questionable weather days, and it's never a great idea to be on the water. But there's a whole world of people out there who really don't have a choice. So, during a thunderstorm, I'm referring to. And so, we'll just have to, thoughts and prayers. Hope for the best. Another thing I got into today well, and some yesterday, but remember in Beardstown when I told you I went through a pretty rough storm, and it was, of course, I was on a respectively fast current river because it was flooded, and then it was raining, and then you got the wind blowing, so my anchor unseated, and there I was blowing down river, just free blowing as fast as the current and winds would take me until that anchor would catch again, and it was pretty scary. This part may turn some people off, or some people may turn into it just because of the knowledge, but the big deal is the anchor. I have a Fortress, which is a very respected, good name anchor, and the anchor I have is a FX11. The FX11 is rated for up to 28 to 30 foot boat. Well, this is 30 foot boat. Apparently, for storm security, you should go up a notch on the boat anchor size to the next level for a better hold, a better security. I don't have the means to do that. The anchor, I saw a 22-pound anchor, which is really, for this size boat, it would really be all you ever need, but it was about $70 new here at the marina, which I was even surprised they had one. But 22 pounds is pretty respectable, because this Fortress FX11 I have is only a 7-pound anchor. It's so light of an anchor that when I go to lower the anchor, sometimes the anchor, it pulls up onto the bow of the boat and sits on a little groove platform. A lot of times I will go to release the anchor or lower it, and it's not even heavy enough to come off of that slide rail it sits on for travel, and so you have to literally, loosen the line and then walk to the front and kind of push it a little bit off the edge. Incredibly annoying, incredibly scary when you're going through a storm and your anchor is no longer holding, and now you're blowing down to wherever. I did move a little bit while I was on anchor out here, and the first time I was anchored too close to a channel, but that's just where I was when the anchor caught, and it was not a real comfortable place to be. But by the time I woke up the next morning and readjusted, got a better spot, a better anchor situation, I got the incredibly good news that I was able to go to a marina, which meant AC and air conditioning and all the nice things that come along with that. But in the meantime, what I was able to figure out is that when I purchased the boat, it came with 2 downriggers for the back corners, which you can use to fish at certain depths, Well, those downriggers come with these massive, like 5-pound or 8-pound weights. They're like rubber-coated lead weights. So, what I figured out was a way to do, and I'll insert a picture right here of the weights. And then what I figured out a way to do was get some stainless steel nuts and screws that are like the, what do you call them, self tightening nuts, and securely mount one of the weights onto the end of the anchor. And so now I have an anchor that will go straight down to the bottom. When it's pulled, it's being held to the bottom already, and the way this, my Danforth anchor, which is a pointy anchor, you'll see it in the picture, but it will toggle up or down for the blades to catch in the sand or mud or whatever the situation is, but it's best for sand and mud ground. Well, anyway, I put the weight on the front, so my boat looks like Rudolph because there's a giant red ball on the front. But the anchors should hold incredibly well, and there's a whole balance to everything. This is all just anchor talk, so bear with me. But there's a balance to everything. This I think it's called an AFD. Good is the name brand windlass for my anchor. The windlass is basically a winch, but with a little different design. But anyway, so my good windlass is a AFD, which means it's a free-falling anchor. So it should drop at like, I forget, 3 feet per something. It's not a second, but maybe it's a minute. But anyway, when you go to retract the anchor, there's certain things that get in the way, like the hole that your anchor rope pulls from inside your anchor locker, which is in the bottom front nose, the bow of the boat. Depending on your anchor locker, you have to have enough space. You have to have enough space for the amount of rope you're dropping in. Because the way this good windlass works is if it doesn't sense enough room for the rope to fall down, it won't pull it. So another thing I did to increase my stability on anchor, well, this really increases the chance of me being able to pull up my anchor, is that when I bought the boat, I spent 2 weeks just doing everything I could to it to get it ready, which included buying 200 feet of new anchor line. Well, that 200 feet is really a lot of, just loose rope that piles up under the anchor locker. So I cut, if I measured right, I cut about 30 feet off of that. So I have a good 160, 70 feet of working anchor line, which should be plenty for anything not in the middle of the Gulf. You know what I mean? 170 feet should be plenty. But what it will do is it basically frees up 30 feet worth of area space where that rope falls into. I'm getting the feeling while I'm saying this, probably nobody cares about this unless they have a boat with a windlass on it. But anyway, these are all important things because I would have trouble getting the line in. You don't understand the trouble because I don't address it. But if your anchor locker doesn't have enough space for the rope, you can be running the motor trying to pull in the anchor, and it's not pulling. And it's not pulling because it doesn't sense enough free fall space. So I'd have to run downstairs, run into the front to the captain's quarters, flip open the mirror on my bed if you go look at the boat walkthrough, and then get a long stick and push the anchor rope out of the way, shut it, go back down and climb back up the top and try to start retracting anchor line again. It's just aggravating. I haven't gone into detail, and there's probably most people don't care. But anyway, it's a whole lot of mess. So now I have an anchor that weighs probably about twice of what it weighed earlier. It's a ball weight, so the weight won't obstruct the catching. The catching will still be focused on the blades of the Danforth anchor. And it should hold like a charm. It's actually probably a design they should make. I don't know. I haven't researched all anchors because I can afford a new anchor anyway. So I haven't researched cutting edge anchors. But a Danforth anchor, it's hard for me to believe that they don't make them already with that far back weight, because as long as the rope pulls up, it's going to make an angle where those two spades or blades dig into the sand. Anyway, I can't help but saying this video is too long and nobody really cares about what I'm saying, which is probably true. But anyway, I'll show you a picture, try to make sense of what I'm saying. Anyway, it's a big deal to me because I'm about to, I think, what's today, the 10th? So I'm about to try to spend, maybe about 3 weeks out on anchor. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I have enough water. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just now thinking about the actual length of time it may be before I am able to regroup. But I don't know. We'll see. Hey, things tend to work out as long as we allow. And that's a good thing. As they have worked out. I never even intended to stay at marinas. I've been fortunate to be able to stay at several. I've spent plenty of time on anchor and at municipal docks and stuff like that, county public transit docks. But at anchor too, it's as long as nobody's around just rocking the hell out of your boat, it's a pretty peaceful situation. But I'll tell you a little side thing as I wrap this up. But I don't know if I've ever told this channel this, but a little personal enjoyment of mine. I don't care to go down the road in negativity. I laugh at a lot of these negative reviews that are like, oh, I stayed at the marina, I rocked all night. Of course you rocked all night. You're in a place where tugboats drive by. What do you expect? So I don't like leaving, 3-star, 4-star, these kind of, well, I would have liked it better, but no. But what I really enjoy are leaving full 5-star reviews. And that's just I've got nothing else to do. So the little thing that gives me enjoyment is being able to leave 5-star reviews at places I've been. And I got a recent notification from Google saying that I'm in the top 20% of all marina reviewers and in the top 30% of all park reviewers, whatever that means. But anyway, it's a personal pleasure to be able to shine that generosity back on a place that's been real good to you. And I don't know, that's just some gee whiz. So I'm gonna quit talking, and sorry this isn't the greatest video. I'm not trying to put out poor content, but I'm trying to put out content that matters, especially since I'm gonna be on Anchor for quite a long time, and I don't know when I'll be able to upload another video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the ones that have come out so far, with the boat tours and the honest reflection on the depressed state of what am I really doing, all that with Cypher and just all of it, you know, the night of hell and everything else. So, but hey, like I said, I appreciate anybody that takes the time to watch this. And to all my friends and family, I love you. I appreciate you. You guys have been great. And I hope you get a kick out of this. If while you're watching, Stevie Deals, he's bought every book I've ever made, including Cypher the Silly Bear Dog. So, you know, I've got good friends that I guess live vicariously through my stupid antics. But anyway, I hope they enjoy watching it. It sure makes for a good story sometimes. Anyway, I'll see you guys, I don't know when, but stay tuned. I will be back. I will return. Bye.
Help yourself out to some of my disaster.